I needed to get away, far from the city. The noise was constant, the people were too much, my mind felt heavy. I searched online for a cabin, hidden in the woods, somewhere I could be alone. The advertisement promised peace, a tranquil retreat. It seemed perfect, almost too perfect for the price. The pictures showed a cozy cabin, surrounded by tall trees, a small porch with a single chair. It whispered of quiet mornings. I imagined myself there, reading a book, listening to the birds, no car horns, just the sounds of nature. I booked it. The process was surprisingly easy. I had no idea what truly awaited me in those quiet woods. The drive took several hours. The city faded behind me. Tall buildings gave way to forests. The roads became narrower. Trees pressed in on either side. Sunlight struggled to reach the pavement. A sense of deep isolation began to creep in. It was what I wanted, or so I thought. I finally saw the small sign, Whispering Pines Cabin. The cabin appeared suddenly, tucked away off the dirt track. It looked like the pictures online, yet older, more weathered. The porch sagged a little. The air around it was heavy, and strangely still. There was no host to meet me. The key was under the mat. Letting myself in felt strange, like an intrusion. Night arrived quickly in the woods. It fell like a thick, dark blanket. The windows became black mirrors, reflecting my own nervous face. I felt very alone. The silence I had craved now seemed menacing. I turned on all the lights, but the darkness outside still pressed in. I tried to read my book. The words blurred on the page. Every tiny sound made me jump. The creak of a floorboard, the sigh of the wind, or was it inside? I thought I heard a faint tapping, like a branch against a window pane. Then the other sounds began, from inside the walls, a soft scratching noise, persistent, like fingernails dragging slowly. My unease grew into a quiet fear. Morning light did not bring relief. It only illuminated the cabin's age. The feeling of oppression remained. I could not ignore the noises from the night. My curiosity was a nervous, fluttering thing. I had to know their source. I walked around the small bedroom, tapping gently on the walls, trying to locate the origin of the sounds. They had been clearest near the large, dark wardrobe. It stood against the far wall, silent and imposing. It looked too big for the room, like it held more than just clothes. I felt a strange pull towards it. The wardrobe was made of heavy, dark wood. I decided I had to move it. It revealed a faint vertical line, a panel perhaps. A cold draft seeped from the thin crack around its edges. This was not normal at all. My first instinct was to call the host. The call went straight to voicemail. I left a message, tried to keep my voice steady. I explained about the noises, about the panel behind the wardrobe. I asked them to call me back. Silence was the only reply. I sent a text message too. Please contact me. I waited, staring at my phone, willing it to ring. Nothing. Hours crawled by. The silence from the host felt deliberate. It amplified my growing fear. Suddenly my phone buzzed. A motion alert from my car's dash cam. Each one showed the same empty scene. Something was out there. I could not leave it alone. The panel, the cold draft, the unanswered questions. I had to know what was behind it. My fear was a cold knot in my stomach. But a stronger, more desperate need for answers pushed me forward. The draft was definitely colder now, carrying that strange, earthy smell. I ran my fingers along the faint outline of the panel. I found a tiny gap near the bottom. I pulled. The panel creaked open. Dust showered down. It revealed a narrow, dark space. Not a shallow cupboard. It was a passage, darker than the room. My breath hitched in my throat. This was no ordinary feature. Someone was in there. My phone vibrated violently in my pocket. I almost screamed. I snatched it out. A message from the host. Finally. The words were stark. Get out, now. Don't ask why. Leave immediately. No apology, no explanation, just raw, unadulterated urgency. The message was a confirmation of my deepest fears. The host knew. They knew all along. And they had left me here. There was no thought, only action. Pure, instinctual flight. I didn't grab my bag, just my keys. I sped away. Till this day, I don't know what was in the building, or why the host asked me to leave immediately, but I know for sure there's something in the building.